Merry Christmas, folks.
Guess it's time for something new.
Alito Chumachukma, this is Chief Steve coming at y'all with another episode of True Story. We got a really interesting one for you guys today, but before we get into it, make sure you guys like and hype this video, share this video, comment, make sure y'all get real interactive, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, so whenever I drop these bombs, you'll be the first ones to grab them. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it.
Us being the indigenous people was to me, it was always too obvious, bro. We influenced the fucking entire world, bro. Everybody want to be like us, bro. Quote unquote black Americans, we the indigenous one, bro. Like we the indigenous ones, my nigga. We God's people, bro. This shit way too obvious. Why you think we was attacked so much, bro? Why you think they did all they did to us so they could goddamn try to strip us away from our history, strip us away from who we are, bro? And we still remembered. We still, bro, I see everybody waking up on a fucking daily basis. I just seen the videos talking about how, like, the quarter zip, we started that movement, and everybody doing it. Bro, we are the fucking blueprint. Whatever we do, everybody else is gonna do, bro. Whatever we do, that's why they try to keep us doing dumb shit. That's why they try to keep us separated, because if we come together and unite and move out of love, everybody will do that shit. The entire realm will, nigga. We are the manifestation of this realm, bro. So whatever we do, whatever vibration we put out is what happens, bro. Nobody can stop the energy, the influence that we have naturally. You feel me? So they will try to control that shit. Now that we waking up, ain't no more controlling, bro. You feel me? We been the ones, bro. We been the ones, bro. This shit been obvious. And I'm just here to make my little statement today. You feel me? About who he is, because we the ones. We the ones, yes. It's too obvious. But yeah, we didn't come from no fucking Africa. This is our fucking land, nigga. This is, like, come on, gang. You think we would let some shit like that? Come on, gang. Like, come on, bro. You feel me? We been here, bro. How the fuck we knew the land? You feel me? How the fuck when we was in slavery, we knew how to fucking navigate the land if we never been here? Just think about that. That's just one little thing right there. Like, yeah, bro, we the original people. Yeah, bro, we God's people, bro. You know, it just being too little. I'm just tired of the lies and shit, but I'm glad that everybody done woke up and shit. Everybody know what the fuck going on.
What's up, everybody? This is Rebel. And I want to come to you because you get a lot of, because we're waking up, because we're coming into ourselves, because we're claiming that we did not come from Africa, our lineage is not in Africa. You get a lot of people coming on my page telling me that I'm wrong, I need to stop it. And a lot of them be Africa, a lot of them be melanated foreigners. You get the you get the indigenous people too, but a lot of them be foreigners. This is what I want to tell you, okay? Us in America, and and like I told you, I'm going to stand firm on this. I'm going to stand firm on this because until we change, let me tell you something. Any wound that heals, it got to go through a stage. You just don't have a wound one day and it's gone the next day. If you take a wound in a person's body, a sore, and when it begin to heal, it's going to go through different stages to the point you know that it's healing. We just begin to heal. We just begin to wake up, and we're going through a stage that we're healing. And a lot of people don't want to see this, because the reason why everybody came to America to see you is because the greatness of you is still attached to you. But we was brought down low because of the activities we were doing. We were brought down low because a lot of people that looked like us and didn't look like us betrayed us. And everybody betrayed us because we was the hub of everything, and they did not want us to know that. So what they had to do is they had to destroy us mentally for us to believe that we was a slave and we was never nothing. And once they begin to get us to believe that, then they can carry on. This is why they have hid so much stuff from us. Now we're uncovering it. They get in my inbox. You wrong, sister. You wrong. Don't say that. We all alike. We all the same. We not the same.
Stop taking those DNA tests. We've been enslaved on this land. After we were enslaved, we were still attacked, targeted. We were set up, keep our people incarcerated. You think they're going to create something like that to tell us exactly where we come from? They've been denying us everything else all this time. Now all of a sudden they're going to give us the truth when they've been lying to us and doing all kinds of things to us? Come on now. Don't rely on those tests. I'm from Louisiana, baby. And if you know me, you know what I do and who I consulted with. And they confirmed, do not believe those tests. And it's amazing. As soon as I start speaking more about being indigenous to the United States, all of a sudden on my FYP, I'm seeing these videos with these people saying they took the DNA test and now they don't believe that they're indigenous to this land because now they got their test back and the test came back and said they was from Africa, and and they had the European ancestry, all that going on. I'm telling you, for some reason, our people have always been attacked and lied to. Please don't think that it's not going on with these tests either. Please don't. Especially when they're trying to keep us from obtaining this land and being the rightful heirs to this land. You think they're going to tell us the truth? Come on now. Come on now.
It's a video that might make a few of you uncomfortable. Trigger warning. And let me say this. I have a lot of amazing white friends, and they have not a racist bone in their body. But I do have a lot of people that I see in public and work with that I can clearly tell are racist. And I don't mind you being who you are, feeling how you feel. But let me tell you something, let me tell you the truth. Your racist, prejudiced stare, when I look into your eyes and I see you looking at me, I can clearly tell you're racist. And the history of time speaks through your gaze. You know what that gaze says to me every single time, no matter man or woman, when they're like older than 45 years old and they give me that. I'm like, hi, and they're like, you know what I'm talking about, right? That gaze tells me that I and my family were American Indians. And we have been here, and they remember it, and whoever their ancestors was told them the truth. And yes, slavery might have been a thing, but they weren't coming over here on ships. No. They were prisoners of war. Prisoners of war who had been on the land for thousands of years. Because let me ask you something. Let me ask you something very truthfully. If I bought you over here on ships, beat your ass to make me money, killed you off, any means necessary just to make you be obedient, then you got free, why would I hate you? Why would I be mad at you? Because in your heart, you know the truth. That during those wars for about 300 years, we was banging. We was going toe to toe. Y'all had damn gunpowder and cannons. All we had was our hearts, bow and arrows, watching our arms fly off and shit, and we was still going hard. And y'all remember that. Even though the people who we are that were going through those times, our ancestors, y'all erased that through 3 generations, I'll give you that. But those diaries that y'all be leaving behind keep telling on y'all. Y'all old colonels and you chiefs, or not chiefs, you old colonels and generals, y'all talk about the chiefs and the tribes and what they look like in them journals as y'all was fighting. And what y'all describing was me and people that look like me and my family. So the slavery cover-up, making the movies Roots and 12 Years a Slave, all that shit is a very good psyops, and this is for entertainment purposes only. But when you look me in my eyes I literally see your generations of pappies and grandpappies and their grandpappies passing down the truth. And when you look me in my eyes, I see the truth. And we weren't no slaves. We were those Indians that gave y'all toe-to-toe banging that y'all remember about all the motherfuckers we had to take out before y'all got what y'all needed out of us, before y'all were able to really control the land. So, I understand. It makes more sense to me when I'm waving hello, looking in a racist man's eyes, and he's just, I remember. My granddaddy told me how y'all was slanging arrows through us as we was trying to come in there. And that's the look I get.
They not racist towards us because we black. They racist towards us because we indigenous to the land they stole. We the brains behind the knowledge they stole. You get what I'm saying? We the scientists behind all the technology they thieving. You understand what I'm saying? They can't pretend to be us if we still alive and around. So they can't stand us for that reason. Shit deeper than black, man.
Look at the magazines.
Check this out.
They have magazines called Copper Romance. On these magazines, you see our women on the front of these magazines.
Exactly.
Why would they use that term copper?
Well, cool though, they did.
Even during the times of the Cotton Club, they had magazines called Copper-colored Gals. Why would they use that term copper-colored? We gotta ask ourselves, why colored? Because they understood the 1828 definition of American in the Webster's Dictionary, which says a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races.
Facts.
Why would they use that term copper for our people and use the same definition in the dictionary? Make the correlation.
Paper genocide is back in the TikTok shop. In 1906, J.P. Morgan funded photographer Edward S. Curtis for $75,000. That's equivalent to a little over $1 million today to create the North American Indian, a 20-volume ethnographic work documenting over 80 indigenous tribes. Curtis described it as an urgent effort to capture vanishing native cultures. But the methods used raised serious concerns about historical authenticity, manipulation, and the simulist intent. So where does the deception come in? They staged imagery. Curtis frequently staged photos removing modern clothing, clocks, or anything non-traditional. He often gave subjects wigs, costumes, and the simulist intent. So where does the deception come in? They staged imagery. Curtis frequently staged photos removing modern clothing, clocks, or anything non-traditional. He often gave subjects wigs, costumes, and props to make them look more authentically savage, aligning with white romantic ideals. The pan-indigenous misrepresentation is another thing. See, tribes were often not identified accurately, and Siberian or Mongolian-looking features were emphasized. Scholars have noted that some subjects in Curtis's photos bear striking resemblance to the Siberian natives, possibly due to misattribution or deliberate Eurasian visual coding to erase American Aboriginal phenotypes. Also, they erased the indigenous identity. Many of the southern tribes, such as the Yamasee, Choctaw, Saponi, and the Seminole, were reclassified as Negro, colored, and mulatto through the late 19th and 20th century. And today, they're Black and African American. Curtis's works omits their communities almost entirely, while through the late 19th and 20th century. And today, they're Black and African American. Curtis's works omits their communities almost entirely, while visually centering more Eurasian-looking subjects as the ideal noble savage.
Pan-Africanism. There's one thing that's very dangerous about the Pan-African movement that nobody is really talking about, but I'm gonna keep talking about it, is you guys are dividing us further when you're telling people that every black person came from Africa. That's not even possible, okay? It's too many of us for us to come from one continent. All right, if you again tapping in and tap into your ancestral, your esoteric knowledge, you will know that in the beginning on the whole planet, all beings were everywhere on the whole planet. All right, so again, yeah, I am for us working together, us uniting and all that, which is great, which is what's going to lead us to where we need to be. But that notion of everybody came from Africa is really making Americans, the ones that know this is their land, it's really making them angry. Y'all don't see that? And it's dividing us more. Hello? Do the work, man. We keep being divided. When they tell you divide and conquer. Y'all don't hear that? They said divide and conquer. Let's unite and take over. Humanity, rise. The sun is rising. Let's rise with it. Let's go.
Native Americans were the first here, but you're still curious about hidden histories, then buckle up for a revelation. Let's dive into the untold history of Black American Indians. Before the Siberian migrants crossed the Bering Strait, black people were already thriving here. Yes, you heard that right. Early civilizations, older than many African ones, left traces from South America to the southwest US. The Olmec heads in Mexico, definite African features. Fast forward to the Dawes Act of 1887. Non-natives paid $5 to be recorded as Native American, erasing the true indigenous black people from history. Their identity was changed from Indian to Negro to colored and finally African American. Why erase them? Colonizers needed the land, and rewriting history made it easier. But the truth, Black American Indians were the original stewards. It's time we revisit history with fresh eyes. Like, share, and subscribe for more.
They made up an entire story about Christopher Columbus being lost at sea, just so we don't know that we are the Indios of the Indies, claimed in 1492 after Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Hindustan was not called India until 1943. So in 1492, how could he have thought he was in India, a place that wouldn't exist for subsequently 1493 until 1943? I don't know, feel like a real long fucking time. He didn't think he was in India. India didn't exist. You have to understand that these people are willing to lie to you and make up a story, put that story on the internet, teach you that story in school to conceal your true identity of the Indios from the Indies. And if you know that them people will go to those grave lengths to lie to you, what did your grandma and your mama and the Bible and your ancestors tell you? If you lie, you'll steal. And if you steal, I don't play with them people. I don't let them lie to me so they know you can't steal from me. You can't take nothing from me. And so you definitely cannot kill me. Don't let them lie to you, or I'm going to get you in my dreams.
Okay, let's get into this. The Moors versus the Moors. The Moors, M-U-U-R-S, are from America. They are the original autochthonous melanated people. Autochthonous meaning originating from the land, a single origin story. The Moors are the oldest indigenous people on earth. The Moors are the root. The Moors are the earth. They are not from Africa. They are builders and master architects. The Moors, M-O-O-R-S, are those who left the root. They went to North Africa, the Iberian Peninsula. They mixed there. They learned foreign law and religion, and some, not all, but some of those Moors came back to America, but not as sovereign beings. They cut deals, they wore other names, and they became the go-between for the colonizer. Those Moors, M-O-O-R-S, stand on blood, stand on systems, stand on treaties. Those Moors are the Freemasons. And them, along with the so-called 5 civilized tribes, are the ones who signed backdoor treaties in America.
Indians, real Native Americans, know the truth that they don't refer to themselves as an Indian. But American blacks were called Indian. So let's look at the term, what American blacks, why did they call American blacks Indian? We have to get to the context of the matter. Let's get to the context of the matter. Let's get over the emotional part. Take your emotions out of it and look at what I'm saying. I want you to take your emotions out of things, because the Oxford Dictionary talks about that any origin, any person of any origin in the early United States usually referred to themselves as American Indian. Usually offensive. Let's see if I can get a bigger
That's documented. It was determined by the world courts that the black people here, or African American people here, most of them did not come from slave ships. They're not from Africa. They originated from here, which is Turtle Island, or the land of the Moors, M-U-U-R-S, also known as Amorica or America, and that they had to have their land restored, their identification restored, and their wealth restored. And not only the copper-colored races here, look up the Webster's definition for American. 1828, Webster's definition for American is the copper-colored races found here by Christopher Columbus, but now applied to Europeans. So it was determined by the world courts that Bertie Austin, L. Turner Bay won her claim in the amount of $85 quadrillion, and that when the United States Incorporated is dismantled, all of the Moors, the so-called black races, copper-colored races, African-American, Negroid people here will be paid out. That's
I always see people, when we talk about our American Indigenous heritage, I always see people say that we are products. The reason why we look like this, we're products of Africans and Europeans mixing, or Africans and Native Americans mixing. So why, when we look up pictures of that time frame, do you see people with the same phenotypes that we have today? What time frame did the mixing going on? Why didn't you see people that look more like mulattoes, like black and white mixed? You saw people that look like us with froze, with our skin color, with our noses. Why was that? I just want to let you know that whole, we are a product of mixing is complete BS. There are people that look exactly like us. There are people that look exactly like us when they found America. And no, we did not all come from Africa. And no, we're not a product of mixing with Africans. When did that mixing happen? Let me know.
Show your facts, Siberian. Got all these huskies up here trying to spit facts, but spitting straight falsehood. The hell off my page, lady. We cooked your African theory already. Now we need y'all to prove y'all didn't come over here through the Bering Strait, sucker. You ain't my elder, so I can talk to you how I want to talk to you.
Be honest. Y'all liked us better when y'all thought we were stolen from Africa, huh? You liked us better when you thought we came here as slaves. You liked us much better when you thought we didn't know who we were. Even when you did believe that story, we still survived. We still rose. We still overcame. We're more powerful than you could have ever imagined. And now you're upset because we found out we're indigenous to America. But the truth is, many of us always knew. Our grandmothers and our grandfathers whispered it to our parents. And our parents whispered it to us. And we talked about it amongst each other, even when we couldn't talk about it out loud. You laughed at our elders for saying it. So some stopped saying it to their children. But that's over now. We're not lost. And we're not who you told us that we were. And we don't need your approval. We like ourselves. We love ourselves. And we love each other. That destiny swapping you've been doing, it's over. Now it's time for you to figure out who you are and where you come from. And should you need any help, you can ask us. Because we damn sure know.
All right, Halito, y'all. I just wanted to share this little bit with y'all on this Christmas Day. And this is a day that we personally, as American Indians, I don't know, some people say that there was a festive day around this time or a harvest time. But I know for sure that it was nothing like as it is presented here in the mainstream. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming and spending some time with me and allowing me to be in your presence on this day, because I know you guys could have been doing anything else. You could have been, celebrating the mainstream holiday, or, just being kicking it with family, whatever, you know what I mean? So either way, I truly appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch this video. As you guys can see, our people are awakening. Our people have awakened. We're awakening as a collective. We as American Indians, those who are watching, and those who just tune in, the 1300 plus, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all, especially from my day ones to now. We're not the only ones who are in tune with this knowledge. This is a collective awakening that's happening, and I couldn't be more prouder than, for my people, for our people. And this is something that we cannot take lightly. This is something that we must adhere to and that we must act upon. So knowing this knowledge, we have to make the proper moves and the proper, preparations in order to bring our people together as a collective. Because, like I said, it's one thing to have this knowledge and it's one thing to act upon it. So as we go into this new year, 2026, leaving 2025, I just want you guys to take the last couple of days of this remaining Gregorian calendar to really reflect on where we've come from, how far we've come. All the talking, all the, arguing, all of the beefs and, everything that you've seen up to this point, which has been crazy. I mean, we've been beefing with, some of us have been beefing with Africans, Pan-Africans, and palm-colored folks. And for some of us, even our own family, and that's something that it's been a long year. It's been a long few years for a lot of us, but to just be able to go on a platform and just see our people awakening as a collective, and just putting the word out. It's a beautiful thing to see. And they can't stop this knowledge from getting out. And as you saw earlier in the video, the powers that be kept freezing this brother's ad. He was really spitting some real truth there. And I encourage you guys, that's why I left the tag handles and stuff to their TikToks. If you have a TikTok platform, check out each and every one of these creators that I presented to you guys. Check out each and every one of them because they are doing good work. And I encourage you going into this next year to, if you have some knowledge or if you've been doing research on your own, and if you just have something to share it, let me know. If you start a channel, if you, start a new social media dedicated to this truth, let me know, and put your handles and stuff in the comments, put y'all credentials and stuff in the comments so that others can see and we can all align and become in tune with one another and support one another, support each other, because that's what it's really all about. That's true unity right there, is to support one another, in a common goal. And our goal as American Indians is to awaken our people to this truth. Those who know, those who have an inkling to know, awaken them with the truth, and then support one another as we sharpen each other and learn more about our personal story, about the true story of our people as a collective, and and we broadcast this truth so others can hear and let others know that we know who we are. We have a culture, we have an identity, we have a heritage, So again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm definitely going to be coming out with some more bangers, probably before the Gregorian New Year ends, because then I keep saying the Gregorian New Year, because we know that this calendar is not the real calendar. We know that we are still in the middle of a solstice, which is, part of the remaining year, the ending of a year. But going into the springtime, when the flowers begin to bloom, when the leaves turn green, that is the true new year. So everything that we've been taught has been, told to us in the form of a lie to keep us under control, from our identity all the way to the very time that we keep. So always be conscious, always be alert, stay woke, as they say, and let's continue to spread this knowledge. All right. So this is Chief Steve signing off. Tata Chista, I cherish you all. And stay tuned, because we're going to come out with some more. All right. Make sure y'all like this video. Hype this video up. Because when you like it, it gives you a hype option. Hype this video up so more people can be able to see this information and receive it. All right. And make sure y'all subscribe. All right. Peace out, y'all. Tata Chista, I cherish you all. Yokoki. Thank you for watching.